Hello, good morning to you all. How do you do? Hope that all of you are keeping well. Did you write the notes of yesterday's lesson? Yes? So, today let us come to this lesson number 2. Lesson number 2 is about personality. Children, you have seen that biographies are written by people. And what do you find in the biographies? We say the way of life of great people, isn't it? So, in order to know the life of great people, others write the biography and we read it. So, from the biography, we come to know the personality of the person. Now, what is personality? Personality is made up of thoughts, feelings and behavior of a person. The thoughts of a person, the feelings of a person and the behavior of the person is quite different from others. So, a person's personality is quite unique. Unique means it is not like others. He has his own personality. Now, the personality arises within the individual and it remains in him throughout his life. His personality will be there till he dies. So, personality represents the qualities, the traits and the behavior of the person. Okay, what is personality? It shows the qualities, the traits and the behavior of the person. A person is known by his personality. When we look at some people, we say that his personality is just like his father's. That means he has the qualities of his father. He behaves like his father, he thinks like his father and his feelings are also like his father. Now, for example, you take Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a great person. Mahatma Gandhi was a great person of great personality. He was a distinguished human being. That means he was not like others. You see, you go to any country, you can see the statue of Mahatma Gandhi erected there. What is the reason? Because he was a distinguished human being. So, he had his wonderful guiding principles. The principles which he followed were truth, non-violence, simplicity and honesty. You know that he was a truthful man. He always spoke only truth and he was the first man in the world to lead a country with non-violence and have freedom. And he was very simple. He associated himself with the simple poor people. And he was very honest. You remember when Gandhiji was studying in the school, what happened? An inspector came and he had given dictation to the children. And Gandhiji did not know one of these words. The class teacher who was standing there, he beckoned to him to write, look at the next person's book and to write. But he did not do because he loved honesty. Now, you have again personalities like movie stars, sports stars, then great leaders, scientists, poets and writers. All of these people are having some good traits that makes them unique. Unique means a particular, different from others. Then you have William Shakespeare, the world famous dramatist. He was a great poet. You have learned many poetries written by him. Also, each of us have a personality of our own. Your personality is different from mine. So, we stand by our personality. That is, we may have a peculiar character and behavior, a particular way of reacting to others, a particular way of reacting to nature and to the environment. So, for example, you see, suppose a boy comes and in the class, somebody comes and quarrels with you. If you are a person of good personality, you will not continue the quarrel with him. You try to pacify him. But on the other hand, if a student is with a bad personality, what happens? He will fight with him and there will be a fighting. So, that is the way how you behave here and the reaction how you do to others. and to the nature. Some people love nature very much. They will not destroy the things in the nature. So, they are the people who love nature, that is their personality. Now, most of us are honest people and law abiding. Law abiding means people who obey the rules and regulations of the country, of the society, of the school, etc. Okay. And we have a sense of duty. We know that we have to do our duty properly. And so we say most of us are having good personalities with our honesty, with our law abiding nature, and with the sense of duty. But some of us are inventors. We invent many things. Some are scientists. Some are more courageous. For example, suppose a snake goes, some people will run away, but some people face the snake and stand there. Some people even they are ready to kill it. So it depends on the personality of the person. Then some are talented by nature. Varieties of talents are in different people. Some may be talented in dancing, some may be talented in singing, some may be talented in drawing. So all these things are coming to our personality. So some people are very temperamental, hot tempered. As soon as somebody said something, they immediately react very violently. That is known as hot tempered people. So you can't predict their action. What are they going to do next? We can't say, we can't foresee. Some are friendly and cooperative. Some of us are friendly and cooperative and we are ready to help others. That is a good character, that is a good personality. Then personality is a set of traits, characters, way of behavior, inherited and learned, inherited from our parents. If your father is a very compassionate one, you also naturally will be compassionate. So you inherited that quality of your father from your father. And sometimes we learn it. Sometimes we learn it from others. When we see other people acting nicely, we feel inspired by them and we follow them. Now, what is the aim of education? It is to develop good traits and moral values. That is why we give education. Lack of knowledge, ignorance is the keynote of slavery. Means we will not have freedom and we will not develop our traits. You can see that children who are growing in the streets without the care of the parents, they do not have a good personality because they don't learn anything good from the parents as such, because parents are out and they live by themselves. Now you take the example of Mother Teresa. She is a great personality. She has a great personality. She inspires us what? To love and care for the sick and the aged people, old people. Those who have nobody to look after them, she looks after them. She goes from street to street and finds out who are the people abandoned, left out, nobody to look after them. So she inspires us to love and care, especially the sick and the aged. Now teachers advise you what? To work hard so that you will attain good marks, you can score good marks. So such kind of teachers are liked by all. They won't feel dislike towards them. They love them because they are saying it to you for your goodness. Then for example, you can take Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton and Thomas Edison. What do you learn from them? They have invented and contributed valuable things to the society. For example, you take Thomas Edison. It is said that more than 2000 times he failed to invent the bulb, but he did not go back. He worked hard, and you know that people who are really working hard, they will attain a good personality. Then you have, God gave mankind some very important powers. You know, the powers which are in us are the gift of God. So God has given to every person. He did not show any partiality as such. I told you earlier that God is all goodness and He has created us in His image and likeness. That means God has given few of His qualities to every man. So every man has goodness in him. He has given the power to change oneself. So if suppose you are a person who is very lazy, you have been advised by your parents and your teachers to work hard. So if you want, in you there is the power to change yourself. You adjust your free will and choose the right thing instead of the wrong thing. Reject the wrong and choose the right. For example, you might have heard about a man. He was a very wicked person. But his name, I forgot his name actually. Okay, he was actually born from the parents who were very wicked. They were very wicked, and they put him in the kennel of the dogs, and they used to make hot iron rods and used to poke him with that. Anyway, some way or the other he escaped from that, and he went and joined the street boys. There he learned to do all kinds of evil things. Street boys, there is nobody to control them. So he learned all kinds of dirty things from them, and he became the great leader. They used to go gang by gang to kill others and to rob others. All these kind of things they were doing. So he has turned to be a very bad boy because of his influence with the bad boys. Okay. But one day, a man, and actually speaking, children, he was a person who was dreaded by everybody, especially the people in the New York. People in the New York, they were frightened of him because at any time this gang can come and hurt them. So what did he do? This man, he had prayed to God a lot, had his fasting so that he could come to this fellow and speak to him. So one day he came to this fellow to his room side, and he called his name, and just he said, God loves you. God loves you. He got angry and got up and gave a slap to this man, and he fell down. Then he, with the booted legs, he stamped him. And then also he said, God loves you. Then afterwards what happened? So his companions took him away and sent him out. And the next day, night, this man could not sleep. The words of that good fellow was ringing in his mind, saying that God loves you. That is the first time this man is listening about love. He never received love from his parents, and he never received love from the society. Always he was on an evil movement. So this was ringing in his mind, and he could not sleep in the night. So in the morning he decided that he will go and kill that man who told him this. So he went out to his house and pointing the pistol on the forehead of the man, you say once again the same word which you said yesterday to me, I will kill you. The man said, God loves you. But what happened? When he wanted to shoot, his hands he could not do it, his hands came down. He felt that some power was holding on him. He could not shoot him. Then he understood that it is the power of God who loves him, and he got converted. Means he became a good man, and he asked pardon to this man who helped him, and now still he is alive. he goes from place to place and speaks about the love of God, especially to the people who have never heard about love, to the street people and all. He is still alive. So this is how, if you have a free will and if you are willing and you can choose the right thing. By choosing the right thing, you are changing your personality. Earlier his personality was very bad. Now he has put up a very good personality. Now education helps us to develop certain moral values. Moral values are the ones which give us a personality. It make our life happy and worth living. That means if we have a good personality, we will have a happy and worth living life. The children not get good environment. The children who do not get good environment, just like that boy about whom I mentioned now, they will go, their personality will become very weak and they will do all kinds of evil things. Now they should have the courage to change, just like the boy, man's name is Nicky Cruz. Just like this Nicky Cruz, such kind of people should have the courage to change their character. With the help of God, nothing is impossible, everything is possible. So students should pay attention to their studies. Then only they can have full growth of their personality, because their very growth depends on the education, how they behave. Above all, love brings magic in this world, just like Nicky Cruz was. It was a magical word. God loves you, Nicky Cruz. He called him Nicky Cruz, God loves you. That is the only word, he said, nothing else. So that love brings magic in the life of a person. We can do everything with a love. So children, this is the class for you. So try to bring up a good personality so that you will be a very good person, a quite unique person, a great person who can do good to yourself and to the society. May God bless you all.